flight two will be the 57 and the 63 kilo classes. And then later in the day at 1400 hours local time, we'll have the second session, and that will be the 69 and the 76 kilo class back to back with the 84 and the 84 pluses. We've seen in the past that sub-junior women provide some of the best lifting of the whole championship. Quite staggering performances, often from very tiny and immensely powerful lifters. And of course, we've seen a lot of today's powerlifting superstars come through the sub-junior route. So rest assured, we'll be seeing some stars of the future lifting today. As you can see, we've got 10 lifters in the first flight, and the platform crew are just being introduced, just about getting ready to start.
Hello everybody, welcome. Welcome in Vasteras,
And there are the referees for the session. This is a brand new venue here in Västerås in Sweden. It was built just before the original coronavirus outbreak, and hasn't really had much use in that time, sadly, because of the circumstances we've faced. And we're very much down on the number of spectators who are able to access the building because of the local prevailing rules to keep everyone safe. But we're sure that none of that will affect your enjoyment of the championships that we're about to bring you. And we are just about ready to go.
Spotter over there, are you ready? Wait. Okay, we can start. Okay, we start the championships. So the first lifter.
And the first up will be Ralina Galyunina from Russia in the under 43 kilo class. She's 18 years of age, in her final year and her final competition as a sub-junior. She'll be moving up to the juniors next year. She's got a squat personal best of 70 kilos. And let's hope that this is a good lift to get the competition underway. Certainly looks good. And the referees say yes, 3 white lights. Nice and deep, the way a squat should be. Now we've also got another Russian, Anna Konova, also in the under 43 kilo class, also 18 years old, in her last competition as a sub-junior. And there is 70 kilos on the bar, just below her personal best. Yes, that looks good as well. And 3 white lights. Now, Mustafina from Ukraine, next to take to the platform. And she's attempting 72.5 kilos in the under 47 kilo class. As we said, all lifters today, sub-juniors. Yes, that looks like a nice, comfortable opener as well. and it's 2-1. One of the referees called it on death,
Next lifter,
but two white lights is fine, and she proceeds in
Akopian
the
Sophia.
competition.
Akopian Sophia, next
Now,
lifter from
Akopian,
Russia,
also of Russia,
72 kilo
Sophia
category
Akopian,
from Russia.
again 18 years of age, her final
Kilo
opportunity to
category.
compete in sub-junior competition, and she also has 72.5 kilos on the bar. Yeah, came up nice and smoothly, and three white
Okay, three
lights.
white lights. Next lifter, 80 kilo for Erika Palasari from Finland.
Now we got
Next lifter from
Erika
Finland,
Palasari from Finland up next
72
in the
kilo.
under 52 kilo class. 16 years old, as you can see, been competing for 3 years. Squat personal
White
best
plate
of 80.
for Erika, Finland.
And she comes out to the platform and she is opening on her PB. But of course, at that age, lifters progress very quickly. That looks nice and deep. And
Yes,
yes, three white
good,
lights.
three white lights. Next lifter from Great Britain, Lauren Ritchie. Lauren Ritchie from Great Britain, 90 kilo.
Now, Lauren Ritchie from Great
Guys
Britain,
ready? For Great Britain,
18 years old in the 52 kilo class. Her personal
52 kilo
best is
category.
100 kilos, and she's opening with what will hopefully be a conservative 90 kilos on the bar. Yes, it looks good. Came up very strong.
Yes,
And
looks good.
again,
Three
it's
white lights.
three white lights.
Next lifter from
A
Russia,
reminder that this group is back to back with
Marina
the 57 and
Pavlenko.
63 kilo classes. So we'll have
From
continuous squatting
Russia,
until all have done their 3 squats,
72
and then we'll have a short break and we'll be back for bench press. Now,
Guys ready? For
Bagadenova from
Russia.
Russia, and she's in the 52s as well. She's opening on 92.5 kilos. That looks good from Bagadenova.
Yes,
Yes, again, three
very
white
good. Three
lights.
white lights.
Lovely
Next
indeed.
lifter from Russia, Anastasia Belunova.
Now,
Anastasia
Anastasia Belongova, also from Russia,
under
in the under 52
75
kilo class,
kilo.
also 18 years of age, and once
Guys
again
ready?
in her
For
final
Anastasia.
ever competition as a sub junior.
18 years old, 52 kilo category.
Looks very determined coming out to the bar. Oh, no, no,
Very
no.
great.
And that's the first fail of the competition, I'm
Next
afraid.
lifter with the same bar.
Well, can't really see anything. Yeah,
Colleen
she
Giroux from
maybe lost
France.
balance slightly forward. You would hope it was just something technical rather than opening too heavy. Now, Colleen Giroux from France.
The bar is ready for
Again,
Colleen
most of these
Giroux.
lifters, as you'll
France.
see, 18 years old,
18
their
years
last
old,
ever
52 kilo
sub-junior competition,
category. 185
and she's
kilo.
opening at 105 kilos. And that was a fight. And the referees say
Sorry, no
no
lift.
lift. Now I was a little bit worried that
One
wasn't
lifter
quite
for
deep enough.
43 kilos.
Just watch it again.
This
Yeah,
one
it was
from Ireland.
not far away and the strength was
Veronica
there. She just needs to go that inch
Pavlenko.
deeper and she'll be fine next time round.
170
Now, Abby Houlihan from
pounds.
Ireland in the 52. She's only 16 years of
16
age.
years
Her
old.
squad personal best is 95 kilos.
The man is ready.
And what's she opening on? It's a lot more than 95 kilos. 12 and a half kilos over her personal best. Remember, it may have been some time since she's competed, and lifters at this age do progress very quickly. This is a big opener for her. Well, the knees came right in. She
Okay,
managed to save it, and the referees
87
say,
pounds.
good lift.
Very nice.
3 white lights.
And now we start the second etap. It's category. We start
Yeah, I thought
with
she was going to
Russia.
lose balance
Sophia
for a moment, but she managed to keep it together, and that's the end of the first round.
43 kilo category.
And we have only one lifter so far not on the board. Good
Body
news.
ready for Radina.
And we're into round two.
67.5 kilo.
And this is Galolina from Russia again.
Easy and
Ah, that's a good lift.
3
3
white
white
lights.
lights.
Very nice. Next lifter. Valeria Konstafina, Ukraine.
Now, Konova, also from Russia, also in the
Bar is
43
ready
kilo class.
for Russia, sorry.
75
Tatiana
kilos on the bar.
Bagadenova, Russia.
5 kilos up from our opener.
2.5 for this best weight.
Oh, that was a bit of a battle, but that was good. Should be 3 white lights.
3
And
white
indeed
lights
it is.
again. Now we have Ukraine.
Lovely
Konstantina
depth.
Valeria
Just
Pavlenko.
had to fight it through the middle, but strong at the top.
77.5 kilo.
I think maybe she'll settle for another 2.5 kilos for a third.
The bar is
But this
ready
is Mustafina from
for
Ukraine now
Valeria.
in the 47 kilo class.
Valeria.
17 years old. She's got another year as sub junior, and she's taken a 5 kilo jump from her opening attempt of 72.5 kilos. That looked strong,
Yes,
and
this
3
is
white
3
lights.
white lights. The same, the same bar for Sophia Akopian, Russia. The bar is ready
Now,
for
Akopian
Sophia
of
Akopian,
Russia,
Russia.
Sophia Akopian in the
77.5
47
kilo.
kilo class. And her PB is 75 kilos, and this will be 77.5 for her, new personal best. And we'll move her into the lead for the time being in the squad. Oh, very fast down,
Yes, 3
and
white
3
lights.
white
Very nice,
lights.
thank you. And now we
Almost
have
too fast for the referees,
87 kilo
but
category.
yeah, the replay
Lifter.
it was perfectly
We
deep.
start with Finland.
If it wasn't too fast for the
Erika
referees, then it was for the
Palasari.
commentator. Now, Erika Palasari
Bar
from
is ready.
Finland, 16-year-old Finn
95 kilo for
in the
Iran.
52 kilo
For Finland,
class.
sorry. Thank you.
This for a new personal best. It won't take her beyond fourth place for now in the squats. it's not just about winning, it's about doing better than you've ever done before. Oh, that looks good. I would say that was better than her first lift, actually.
Yes.
Yeah,
Three
three
points.
white lights. She looks happy with that.
Next lifter from Russia.
Now
Bagadonova.
Bagadenova, also in the 52 kilo
100
class,
kilo.
coming out
Ladies
for
and
her
gentlemen,
second attempt.
Boris running. 49 from Russia.
Looks strong,
Yes, easy and three white
and
lights.
three white
Miss
lights.
Member of Great Britain, Lauren Ritchie. Lauren Ritchie from Great Britain.
And next up, we've got Laura Ritchie of Great Britain
The bar is running for Lauren.
in the under 52 kilo class, as you can see. And this will equal her personal best. She's taken a 10 kilo jump from her opener. Oh, she's battling, but she shakes her head. No. She'll come back. She'll have another chance at it.
Next lifter, Russia, Bagadenova and Costian.
She got good depth. She just
107
couldn't
kilo.
fight through that midpoint. Now,
Palasari
Belongova
falling, so
from Russia.
she needs his lift. The bar is running for
Belonogova, sorry, my
Azerbaijan.
apologies.
She needs a lift.
This is the only no lift
Come on,
from the
Russia.
first round. She's retaking the 105, and she'll really want to get it this time. Hopefully it was just technique last time, better balance. Oh, that looks much better. The head position was better. And the referees say yes, three white lights.
Okay,
And the Russian
thank you,
coach
Louise.
breathes a sigh of relief. Everyone is on the
The
board in
second
flight one
French
squats.
lifter,
Head
Colleen
position
Giroux.
there was so much better. It
She
allowed
needs
her to
his
keep her
lift.
balance better. Now
Continue
Colleen Giroux
battling.
from France in the 52s. And she's still, well, she missed this first time as well. My apologies. There was two that missed it, not one. And she's looking to put it right as well. And the referees say no, same as last
Lauren
time.
falling
Just
to the
not enough
ground.
depth, needs a little bit more.
110 kilo from Ireland.
And she's just going to have to find that extra inch next time if she wants to stay in the competition. Now, Abby Houlihan, Ireland,
The bar is running.
16 years old, absolutely smashed her personal best with her opener. And she's only put another 2.5 kilos on her opener. They must have felt she was reasonably close to her limit, and that's sensible. You've got to go with how you are on the day. Very close stance. I think again that was better than her opener, you know.
It's
She'd be happy
easy.
with that.
Go!
Three white
Everybody
lights.
standby.
Coach is happy, fist pumps.
Now we start the third attempt. This is the category 43, 47, and 52 kilo category.
And there is one round to go in Flight 1 squats, and you can see where everyone
The
is
bar
at the
is
moment.
running for
Giraud
Katerina
from France,
Kalinina,
the
Russia.
only lifter yet to register a lift. Again, two in the 43s, two in the 47s, and a big battle in the 52s. Now, this is Galilina, Russia, 70 kilos on the bar. Oh no, just too much.
Sorry, not
Just
really.
too much.
But a big fight in this
And she has to make
tournament.
do with her second lift, which is she's only given away, for want of a better
For Russia,
description, 2.5 kilos. Now this is Anna Konova from Russia, also in the
second in the
43s.
weight is 43 kilos. The bar is running.
Squat
Gamma.
PB of 72.5 kilos. And she's now coming to attempt 77.5. Oh, that's a good battle.
Yes, and we are now three
And
white
three
lights.
white lights for the
Gold
Russians.
medal instructor. Now in
Yeah, she
the
gave
silver
everything she had
category,
today.
we start with
Didn't leave
Ukraine.
anything behind. I think another two
It's
and a half
Valeria
would
Mustafina.
probably have been just too heavy. So that was great number
The
selection.
bar is
Now,
running
Mustafina
for
from
Bagadenova.
Ukraine in the 47 kilo
What is
class.
this category?
Well, this will put her into gold medal position
Ukraine and Russia.
with a lifter to follow, of course.
It's a big fight as
But she can only do what she can do. This to move into gold medal position. Oh, what a battle!
big fight.
What a
What do you
battle!
say, referee? Yes,
She
it's
gets
for
it
Russia.
2-1. One referee
Second
called it on
silver
depth. The other two said it was good. And what a fight!
silver
And
for
once again, these number selections are absolutely perfect. Any more, and she wouldn't have got
referee.
that. Now, Akopian, also in the 47s, has a chance to come straight back. 82.5 kilos on the bar, and
Okay,
this
go,
for
Hooligan.
gold in squat
Go ahead.
in the under 47s. Again, very fast down.
Good, 2 to 1.
And she gets it 2 to 1.
And gold
The
for Russia.
center referee called it on depth.
Now we continue with the next
Both side
category.
referees
Silver
called it
medal.
good. And the Finnish
We
lifter is
start
just
with
waiting to
light
come out
heavyweight.
next.
Veronica.
Erika Palasari,
Bar is running. Erika Palasari, Finland.
90 kilos. It'll be a huge personal best. It won't improve her rank, as you can see on the screen. She's in fifth place and she'll stay there. In fact, she could even go down to sixth if the lifter from France gets her third attempt. But nonetheless, this is for a personal best. Oh, she's battling, and that's good. She'll be happy with that.
Yes, 3 white lights.
Three white lights again.
Next lifter, 100 kilo. Rekali Goren from Brittany.
And this will be fantastic experience for her. Still
Oh,
16,
silver
remember?
medal
Now,
for
Laura Ritchie,
Brittany.
Great Britain. She missed this
Bar is
last time.
running
It
for
would have
Brittany.
equaled her personal best.
Joanna Heidler.
Can she put it right? 100 kilos on the bar. This will be an important 10 kilos to add to her total. She wouldn't have been planning to finish on a 90 kilo squat. Oh, that's better. That's much better. Wait for the referees.
Sorry,
No.
not deep enough for
Three
Brittany.
red lights, two for depth,
Now we
but there was
continue
also a yellow there.
105 kilo for Russia.
I'm not quite sure what the yellow would
Sophia
have been for,
Akopian.
but nonetheless, it is a no lift, and she finishes with a best of 90. Now, Bagadenova from Russia in the 52s,
Bar is
and we're
running.
getting to the
Sophia.
battle for medals now. She is in third place, 105 kilos
Okay, now it was
on the
announced
bar.
she did this lift of the total.
And the crowd screams, that looked good to me.
Go green,
And it looked good to the referees as well. 3 white lights.
and now a very important attempt
Well, the
from
next lift will
Colleen
be a
Giroux from
big
France.
lift
The bar is ready for
because it's
Colleen
Colleen Giroux from
Giroux.
France.
She needs this lift to continue the
She
championship
can't get a
series.
medal on body weight, but that's the least of her concerns at the moment. She just wants to get a lift in to keep in the competition. She has to go deeper. Oh, and I think she has. Is it deep enough for the referees? What do they say? Yes, it's 3 white lights. What a sigh of relief. And everyone
Now the
is in
referee
the
is
competition.
interfering with
Oh,
Russia.
talk about leaving it to the
Konova.
last. But she is in there now, Belongagova
The bar is
from
ready.
Russia in the 52s. This is the battle for gold and silver.
Very important attempt for the total.
And this is 107.5 kilos.
And for the
Will
gold
keep her
medal,
in silver medal position behind the Irish lifter, but it's now all about getting kilos for the total, and that was just
2-3,
too much.
but very big fight. And now
It's good depth, didn't nothing really wrong, just too much weight in the bar.
111.5 kilo for Ireland.
Now Abby Houlihan, the 16-year-old Irish lifter that came in with a squat
The bar is ready.
personal best
Abby
of
Houlihan,
95 kilos,
Ireland.
is now the gold medalist in
She
squat.
has the gold medal in squat, but she wants a good place in the total, so she needs this lift
Can
for
she
the
go
total.
3 from 3? The second was better than the first. Oh, and if anything, the third was better than the second. Wait for the referees. But yeah, 3 white lights. Great lifting from Abby Houlihan.
Curling. And now we start with the second group. Two categories in this second group, 57 and 63 kilo.
And we're just about to go into the second flight now. That was quite spectacular lifting
The
from
bar is
the
ready for
smallest
the
sub-junior women.
final
And now
of
we've
this
got
step
the 57 and the 63 kilo classes.
until
First up is
the
Janaszek
total
from Poland, 70 kilos on the bar
70
in the
kilo.
57 kilo class. Oh, that was like something you could do 5 easy
Okay,
reps
first
with.
one down.
But one on the board, 3 white lights,
Sprinter from
very
Finland.
wise Polish coach guiding her,
It
and
is
of course there's 2 lifts left.
Ismini.
Better to
One
open
of the
too
best
light than
lifts
open
from
too
Finland.
heavy. Now Esme Nieleman from the Netherlands in the 57 kilo class. 18 years old, last sub-junior competition.
Bar is ready for Netherlands.
Now, this will be a personal best with her opener. Looks very focused. And again, that looks very good, very
And it is
smooth.
good. Big
Nice
fight, big
opener,
fight.
3 white lights.
Next lifter from Czechia. Sadova Barbara
Lovely
from
depth.
Czechia.
Kept her position throughout. More in the tank for
18
sure.
years old.
Now, Barbara Svanova or Spanova from Czechia
Everyone is ready.
in the 57
Time is
kilo
running
class,
for Samoa.
18 years of age, 120 kilos on the bar.
Weightlifter from Sweden.
Yes, that looks good.
Yes, easy and good name, three white line.
Three white lights.
Weightlifter from Sweden. Edwardson Astrid from Sweden.
Nice
Yellow
indeed.
is for
No questions asked of the referees. Now, Edwardson from
the
Sweden,
63
the
kilo
first home
category.
lifter to appear in these championships here in Vasteras in Sweden, and she's in the under 63
The
kilo
bar is
class.
ready for Astrid, Sweden.
And she's opening on her personal best in the very distinctive Swedish kit. Came up very smoothly,
Yes, three
and
white
it is
line.
three white lights. Must
Easy.
be a good feeling equaling your personal best
Weightlifter
with your opening attempt,
from Finland.
knowing that there's
130
more in
kilo.
the tank.
130 kilo for Finland.
Now,
Bar is
Julia
running for
Costian
Colleen
from
Costian.
Finland is up next. 130 kilos
15
on the
years
bar.
old. Very young. 15 years old and 130 kilo. Very strong.
Again, very strong, taking it up,
Yes.
and three white lights.
Three white line. Very nice. And now we got the Iran Louise Quinn. Louise Quinn for 135
Now,
kilo.
Quinn from Ireland,
Bar is
Louise
ready
Quinn,
for
in the
Louise.
57 kilo class,
Iran.
her squat PB a massive 147.5 kilos, and she's got in 12.5 kilos below that.
Certainly the big fight between Ireland and Russia at the end is ended. So all the lift are very important for these two lifters. We start with Louise.
And again, that looks
Easy nice.
strong.
And we'll say referee go. No.
Well, she got a red light from the center
One
referee, but
referee
both
don't
the
give
side
anything for one
referees called
referee,
it
but
good.
it's good. And
Yeah, I
now
can see where they're
another
all coming
70
from.
kilo body
They're
weight. The
right on
bar
the
is
border, but
ready.
of course the
Another
angle
start.
that we see on the screen isn't the angle
Kolesnik.
that the
Anita Kolesnik from
referees get.
Ukraine.
Now, Kolesnik from Ukraine, 135 kilos on the bar in the under 63 kilo class. Oh, it looks nice and deep. No questions been
Easy,
asked
easy,
there.
go. Three
Three
white
white
line.
lights.
And now we return to the 57 kilo category with Russia, Veronica
Now,
Pavlenko.
Pavlenko from Russia in the
Bar is
57
ready
kilo
for
class,
Veronica
18 years
Pavlenko.
of age, PB of
Remember, it is a big fight
142.5 kilos.
between Ireland and Russia. So she did his first attempt.
And that looks good.
2-1.
Well, one referee didn't agree with me. That's one red light for death, but 2-1 is fine.
The same bar for Russia.
And she moves on in
The
the
bar is
competition.
ready for Russia. Marina Syubova.
Now, Suizova from Russia,
Russia.
also in the 63 kilo
17,
class.
17 years
Big
old.
personal best of 150 kilos. And she's opening with what should, in relation to her PB, be a safe opener, 140. Yeah, that looked good.
Easy and
Perhaps
good.
looked more like
3
a
white
second lift than a
lights
first,
again.
but it's 3 white
And the
lights on the board.
first attempt in squat
Almost got
for
stuck in the middle,
Russia.
but then powered through.
Aya Filimonova. The bar is loaded for Aya, Russia.
Now, Filomonova from Russia,
For
also
the gold
140
medal,
kilos. At a
in
lighter
squat
body weight, this would put her into
in
the lead.
this category, 63 kilo.
And again, that's a battle with an opener. It should be good, yes. 3 white lights.
And now we start with the second attempt with Poland. Second attempt for Martina
And that's
Janacek.
the end of the first round. 2 more rounds of squatting, then it'll be a 10-minute
All the
break, and then we're
first
back
round
to it all
complete.
again in
So,
bench press.
very nice look. The bar is ready for Martina.
This is Janacek from Poland. 80 kilos on the bar. 70 looked very easy. Well, 80 looked almost as easy as the opener. Still
Yes, 3
plenty
white
more in
lights.
the tank.
Very
3
nice.
white lights.
Now we continue with Netherlands. Iliman Isni. Iliman Isni from Netherlands. 107.7 kilo
Now,
0.5.
Nieleman from the Netherlands in the 57 kilo class.
The bar is running.
She opened 102.5, adding another 5 kilos. This would put her within touching distance of her personal best. Her opener looked really good, really solid. And of course, it's what you finish with, not what you start with. That's a good battle.
A big 5.
And
Three
3
white lights
white lights. I would suspect another 2.5 kilos perhaps for the third
today.
lift.
Now we continue with Czechia.
Again, that's good number selection by the Netherlands team. Just get the most you can out of the lifts from the day. Now Svanova from Czechia, again very, very convincing with her opener. She's the national record holder in Czechia with 130.5 kilos. And this, for all intents and purposes, but for the 0.5 of a kilo, equals her personal best with 1 lift to go. Yes, that looked good as well.
Easy and good.
3 white lights and maybe another 5 on the bar in the third round.
From Sweden. Edwardson Astrid from Sweden. 135 kilo.
Now Edwardson, Sweden,
Bar is running.
in the 63 kilo class. 135 kilos. Yes, that looks good, and that should be a new personal best. And yes, it is. 3 white lights.
Next lifter from Finland, Jody
Powered it all the
Costian.
way through.
Jody Costian from
Hardly
Finland.
slowed down at all.
The bar is loaded, 140
Now Costian from Finland,
kilos.
Yuli Costian,
30
140
kilos and
kilos on
his
the
best,
bar.
his personal best. Remember, only 15 years old, very strong woman. Yes, easy.
And the referees say yes, good
Three
lift,
white
3 white lights.
And now we are at 57 kilo category. So 35 between Iran and
Now
Russia.
Louise Quinn from Ireland,
The bar is loaded. We start
she
with
opened
Ireland.
12.5
Louise
kilos
Quinn.
below her personal best. She's getting closer to it now. 142.5
18 years
kilos.
old.
But this is all about medals and titles. And this will put her into the lead in the squad, with lifters to follow, of course. No, no.
Thank you, Sorry.
Just got down to depth,
You are with us
but
over
couldn't
there.
bring it back up.
The same bar for
Just trying to see if there was anything technically wrong with it. I don't think there was. Now, Anita Kolesnik from Ukraine in the 63 kilo class, also a national record holder with a PB of 141 kilos.
The bar is ready. Anita.
And this will improve that personal best, and it'll put her from 5th place into 1st with a jump of 7.5 kilos. That's a big jump with this body weight. Can she do it? Of course she can. Great, great squad. 3 white lights, and Kolesnik goes into the lead.
Next lifter from Russia. The same category.
Now Filmonova in the 63s, 140 kilos was her personal best coming into the competition. She equaled that with her opener with something to spare. This 145 kilos would put her into the lead. Oh, that was a battle. Wait for the referees. No, I'm slightly worried. 3 red lights, all called it in depth, just a little bit too high. Yeah, one of the things the commentator never wants to do is call it high and then the referees give it 3 white lights and it looks terrible in the lifter. And that did seem just too high. And we've got Pavlenko of Russia in the 57s lifting next, already in the lead with 140 kilo opener. This to add another 7.5 kilos to the total and push her out of reach of the rest.
And to win the total, very important attempt for her.
Oh, that's a good battle.
For the referee, very important. Yes,
2-1, it's a good
2 to
lift.
1, yes, it is a
Again,
good
it was
lift.
one of those on the border. Two of the referees liked it. You know, I like it more in replay than I did the first time, I have to say. That's a good lift.
It is good, sorry.
Now, Swizova
152
from
from
Russia
Russia.
in the
The bar is ready,
63s.
Marina Siuzova. Siuzova.
And this will move her from fourth position to first. That's how tight the competition is in the 63 kilo class.
17 years old.
Oh, good battle. Thought for a moment it was going to stick, but she managed to
Yes,
power through.
3 white light.
Gets three white lights, and
Ready.
she takes the lead in 63 squats. Look at that battle. It's so strong at the top. And we have one round of squats
Okay,
to
now
go
we start
in this
the
morning's
server.
competition.
We
So we
start
can see
the server.
Squeezova leads the 63s, Pavlenko leads the 57s, and I think, you know, they're both out of reach unless anyone is going to do anything crazy in the third round. First of all, we have the young Polish lifter,
The bar is ready.
87.5 kilos
Now
on the
Palasari,
bar for
Marina.
Janacek. Really made the first two lifts look really easy. And no, that was just too much. But what great experience
Sorry,
she's going to
sorry.
get from being
Sorry
here
for
today and
that.
taking part in these championships. Now, Nieleman from the
Next lifter
Netherlands,
from Netherlands. The bar is ready from
107.5
Netherlands,
for her
Christine
second.
Nieleman.
And as I suspected, just a 2.5 kilo increase. She seemed quite close to her limit in the second. But has she got enough to get 3 from 3 and equal her personal best? Coach looks on in the background. Oh, it's coming up. She's battling. Oh, what a great fight. And yes, it's three white lights.
Next lifter from Czechia. Sanova Barbora. Sanova Barbora from
Everything she
Czechia
had,
from
just
Netherlands,
getting it back
79
to the
kilo.
top. Now, Smonova from Czechia, having a good day.
Bar is ready, Czechia.
And this will be a new
Barbora
personal best
Smonova.
by 4.5 kilos. In third place in squat. This will not change that position, but of course adds another 5 kilos to her total, and it will be the biggest squat of her life. Oh, she sunk it so deep
Sorry.
and just couldn't bring it back up. Brave attempt.
Next lifter from Sweden.
So close,
Astrid
so close.
Edwardson from Sweden.
Now Edwardson
140 kilo.
came in with a personal best of
Bar is ready.
127.5 kilos. Well, it's not that anymore because she equaled it with her opener, smashed it with the second, and is now going for 140 kilos.
Total, so she lifts each lift. Each lift is very important.
looks good. Looked the same as her first two. The extra weight. Oh no, it wasn't the same as her first two.
Starting
Three
here
red lights, all for depth.
for the three referee.
Well, it just shows the fine
Astrid,
margins in
very
the sport
important
because
game
from
for
my angle with my eye, I would have said that was
Finland.
exactly the same as the first two, but not to be.
Action,
Now, Louise Quinn,
action
Ireland
here.
in the 57 kilo class, in second place, but she wants this 142.5. It's important
Very important
to get
stage
these
for
extra
for her.
7.5 kilos on the board for her total.
It was
Just got to
between
fight it out. Got to give
67 and
everything she's got. And battle and battle. No, and it is just
not today,
too
sorry.
heavy on the day. And she's going to settle for her opener, which was a very respectable 135 kilos.
145 kilo in the
Just too much today.
63 kilo category. Finland,
Now, Uli Costian from Finland.
Louise Costian.
She's been competing up to 1 year. Well, she's not been competing very long. Um, but there's 145 kilos on the board, and this could take her
Only
into silver medal
to go.
position from fourth in the 63s, with lifters to follow, of course.
And unit powerlifting very strong.
No, just too much. Brave attempt for a medal,
Thank you, the spotter.
but not today.
Next lifter from Russia. Aya Filimonova.
Now,
Device
Filomonova
from Aya
in the
Filimonova.
63s,
Russia.
17 years old. She has another full year as a sub-junior after this.
47 kilo.
This is Maya Filomonova, 147.5 kilos. This to put her into silver medal position. Currently in bronze. And the referees say no, too high. All three referees call it in depth.
Next
And if
lifter
you look
from
at it
Ukraine.
again, yeah, can't argue with that.
Anita Kolevsky.
Now Kolesnik
The bar is ready.
in the 63s.
Anita, Ukraine.
And this will put her from silver
For the
medal
gold medal
into
position in this
gold
fight.
medal position. She's 2 from 2, but she's taking a big jump, a jump of 7.5 kilos. Oh, that looks good from here. The Ukraine coach likes it, the referees like it. It's 3 white lights, and she moves into gold medal position. Now Pavlenko in the 57s.
Next lifter from Russia. The bar is ready.
Leading after
Veronica
2 rounds.
Pavlenko. Veronica Pavlenko from Russia.
Guaranteed the gold medal, but of course it's about
Fight
total. It's
between
about the overall European
Vera from
title.
Russia.
This adds another 5 kilos.
For Vera, no lift as a third attempt, so if it is a whole lift, it is very important for Russia.
Oh, she's really battled that up.
Big fight.
And do the referees like it? Yes, they do. 3 white lights and she jumps into the arms of the coach.
Last
They
question,
are
this one.
delighted with that lift, and why shouldn't they be? What a battle that was! She got depth and she just fought and fought and fought
Russia.
and brought it all the way back up. Now
The time is
Suizova
ready,
from
Maria
Russia in the
Sumova
63 kilo class.
for the gold medal in squat.
This to take back the lead, but to do it, she's having to jump
For
10
90 minutes in
kilos.
total.
She's gone from 140 to 150. Can she go from 150 to 160? Oh, she's battling and no,
Louise
not to be, I'm
20
afraid.
in squat. Okay, we have 10-minute breaks.
Made the depth,
10-minute breaks.
just wasn't going anywhere at all. And that's the end of the squats. And in the 57 kilo class, the gold medal goes to Pavlenko from Russia. In the 63 kilo class, the gold medal goes to Kolesnik from Ukraine. And the 57 kilo gold medalist actually lifted 2.5 kilos more than the gold and silver medalists in the 63s, who were only separated on body weight. We'll go to a short break while the platform is set up for bench press. Please join us again in a little under 10 minutes' time. and welcome back to Vasteras on the outskirts of Stockholm in Sweden, where you join us for the bench press session on the first morning of the first of 10 days of intensive action here at the European Classic Powerlifting Championships. Um, if you've if you've been with us so far, you'll have seen a great squat competition, great battles, great performances. A winning squat of 152.5 kilos in the 57 kilo class that we've just seen, and two lifters tying in 150 in the 63s, only separated by body weight. But now we're about to get underway with the Flight 1 bench press. And just a quick reminder, Flight 1 is the women in the 43, 47, and 52 kilo class. Flight 2 is the 57 and 63s. And we're just about to get underway. And this is Galilina from Russia, 42.5 kilos on the bar for her opening attempt. One of two lifters in the 43 kilo class. Two in the 43s, two in the 47s, and six in a very competitive 52 kilo class. And that looks like a good opener. And three white lights.
Next lifter, Edgar Loretta, red belt, Colleen Giroux,
Now Lauren Ritchie of Great Britain in the 52 kilo class, and she's opening on 45 kilos. Lauren didn't have the best of days in squat. She only got her opener in, but she's on the board. It's the European Championships, and she's got everything to play for. It looks like a nice, easy opener. Three white lights.
very nice. Next lifter, Russia, Yaglina Radina,
Now Galilina
the bar is loaded for
in the
Radina.
43 kilo class. Bench press PB coming in of 52.5 kilos. Weight on the bar well below that, 42.5. I think when you're one of two in a class, one of the things you must do is get a safe opener in. You don't want to beat yourself when there's only two of you. And that's a nice, easy looking opener. And three white lights.
Next lifter, Russia, Sophia Akopian,
Next up we have Sophia Akopian of Russia in the 47
bar is
kilo
loaded.
class. Her bench press personal best,
Sophia
50
Akopian,
kilos.
Russia, 47 kilo category.
And on the bar, 45 kilos. She strides out, looking very confident for this opener. Yes, it looked nice and easy.
Good.
And three white lights.
Next lifter from Finland, Houlihan from Finland. 47 kilo. Bar is loaded.
Now, Houlihan, Ireland. Well, her bench press PB there says 32.5 kilos. she's going to be opening a lot more than that, but she did the same on her squat opener and it went quite easily. And this is 15 kilos over her previous personal best in the 52s. But remember, a lot of lifters at this age, they're very new to the competition. They're still developing physically and they can improve very, very quickly. Such flexibility.
Start. Press. Break.
And yes, that looks good.
Yes.
Who would ever
Last
believe
part,
that
you
was a
guys.
15 kilo PB?
Thank you, Abby. And now Anastasia
Lovely
Belova
body position,
from
nice and
Russia.
strong back up.
72 kilo 1-5.
Now, Belonagova
Very solid.
Very
in the
solid.
52s.
Anastasia.
Her bench press personal best, 55 kilos. She's getting close to that with her opener, 52.5.
Start. Press. Break.
And that looks good. You saw the overhead view there, giving a very clear idea of where the touch was, and it's 3 white lights.
And now the next lifter
Again,
from
all
France,
these
Colleen
lifters are
Giroux.
so flexible. If you look at the
Very
arch
solid.
that all
Very
of them
Colleen.
create. Now, Colleen Giroux from France gave us a fright in the squats, only got it in on her third attempt, and let's hope that was the end of the drama today for Giroux.
Now
And she gets him. Well, it looks as if it's not because there's something wrong. I think it's the rack height that's wrong. Well, the clock's ticking down.
Start.
Very narrow grip.
Press.
Oh, she had to battle it, but I think it was okay.
good to go.
Well, one referee gave a yellow. I would imagine that was for butt. Let's have a look.
Good.
Oh yeah, she's got away with one there.
From
The butt was
Ukraine,
up even on the way down.
Rosanna Valeria.
In fairness to the referees, it didn't come up
Ukraine.
on the way back up. And Mustafina from Ukraine, 17 years old,
Ready?
PB 55 kilos. And on the bar, 57.5 kilos. New personal best attempt with her opener.
Replay.
Something went wrong there, I'm not sure what.
Закрывай.
Clock is certainly ticking down. And she's down to less than 20 seconds.
Start.
Now she gets. Oh no, no, no. No, I think in the end she had to set up too quickly.
Sorry.
I'm not sure quite what went wrong the first time,
Louise Finland.
but no, she just lost tension completely,
Very solid.
and I think that was because the preparation was
Palasari.
just too rushed. Now Palasari from Finland,
Palasari from Finland.
57.5 kilos on the bar.
57.5 kilo.
Start. Press. Break.
Good lift, the white line.
Just wait, yeah, that was so quick. You almost missed it.
Bagadenova Polina from
Great
Russia.
lift.
For the
Very solid.
Now Bagadenova from Russia, 60 kilos on the bar
from
in the
Russia.
under 52 kilo class, of course.
Start. Press. Rec.
And that looks strong as well.
2 to 1.
She got a
2 to
yellow,
1. Be careful.
presumably for buttocks off the bench.
But it's good lift. And now we start
Well,
the
it wasn't
second
that.
attempt.
Clean bar.
Diana
And there's a number of
Akopian.
reasons for yellow, but it
Silver medal
certainly
from
wasn't
Ukraine.
buttocks. Well, the good news is there's only one that didn't make their opener. Not good news for that one, of course, but for everyone else, they are in the game.
Blindfolded.
Bar is ready.
And we move into the second round.
Diana.
This is the Russian lifter again. Konova, 40 kilos on the bar. One of two lifters in the 43 kilo class. One of the ways of realizing just how tiny these lifters are is to look at their hands in relation to the bar.
Start. Press.
Oh, she's battling, that looks good. Whole central nervous system was under strain there. You can see the body shaking, but it's
Nicely
3
prepared for the
white
second
lights.
attempt. Lauren Ricky. Lauren Ricky.
The bar
Now
is
Lauren
loaded.
Ritchie from Great Britain,
Bar is ready.
45 kilo PB
For
coming
Ukraine.
in the under 52 kilo class. And this second attempt, if successful, will equal her personal best.
Start. Press. Rec.
Yes, that's a good battle.
Good.
3 white lights.
3 white
And I would
lights.
very much
Very
suspect
nice.
47.5 kilos will be on the bar for the next
Next
attempt
lifter
and no
from
more than
Russia.
that.
Bar is loaded.
The bar is
Yeah, it's a
ready.
good battle,
Veronica
well won, but she seems
Pavlenko.
quite close to her limit there. And why not? It equals her personal best. Now, Galolina from Russia,
Two lifter, it is
second
gold
lifter
medal
in the
category,
43
but
kilo
big fight
class.
for the gold medal in total. So
This, I would
Start.
say, would give her the gold medal.
Press. Rec.
Yeah, no, but she's not going to get overtaken with
yes,
that.
3 white light, good lift.
And it's 3 white lights. Very solid.
Next
Now,
lifter
Akopian,
for
also from Russia,
Russia.
in the
The bar is
47s,
ready. Sophia
18
Akopian.
years old, final
Sophia
sub-junior
Akopian.
international competition.
We are in the 47 kilo category and is the
You're
same
sub-junior until the end of the
43 kilo
year
category. Big
in
fight
which your 18th
for the two lifter,
birthday
but big
occurs.
fight.
And then you have to take a step up and go play with the juniors.
She wins the first attempt.
And you remain there
Sophia.
until the 31st of December on the year of your
So it's the
23rd
second
birthday.
attempt. Very important for the total. Come on, Sophia.
Левая рука. Закрой. Закрыть. Реплей.
No, not happy with that.
Левой рукой. Нет. На штанге.
Well, this is all time, and yeah, she's timed out.
Sorry,
I'm
Nari.
not quite sure what went wrong there.
Sorry, Nari. Referee, please.
Bar
Thank
is
you.
loaded.
And well, that was a Costian we just saw, I think.
The next bar from
Yeah, it's Abby Houlihan next, representing
Houlihan. The bar
Ireland,
is ready.
hitting
Bar is ready
PBs with
for
every lift, it would appear.
Houlihan.
She's only gone up 2.5 kilos from her opener, which was, if not a battle, then she really had to work perhaps harder than you'd expect from an opener in classic. So I think this is sensible lift selection, bearing in mind there's another lift to go after this as well.
Press. Break.
Yeah, that's good. Should be 3 white lights,
Johnny, 3 white light.
and yes, indeed it is.
Next start for Anastasia Belogonova. Anastasia from Russia, 55 kilos bar.
Allez, solide.
Now Belonganova. Belonagova in third place with an opening bench of 52.5. This won't change that position, but of course it will add that potentially vital 2.5 kilos to her total.
Press. Break.
Well, I'll wait for the referees in this one. There seemed to be some hip movement, and yes, she got yellows from both the side referees. From my angle, there seemed to be hip movement, but yeah, there it is. Uh,
Allez, solide.
The bar is ready for
it was very
Colleen
strong.
Giroux.
She got it up, but
Colleen Giroux
not to
out.
competition standards, I'm afraid. Now, Colleen Giroux, 55 kilos. Again, a 2.5 kilo increase on her opener for the French lifter in the 52s. Very close grip again.
Press. Break. Break.
Oh, what a battle! But no, it's
Sorry, Colleen.
to me it just makes it so much more difficult with the narrow grip.
Next lifter from Ukraine.
Unless you've got really, really strong triceps in relation to your other muscle group. I would always advocate the wider grip, shortens the range of motion, brings in the bigger muscles in the chest and shoulders to start the drive.
And remember a big
Um,
fight between
but
Russia
this is Mustafina from Ukraine. Now she's the only lifter who missed her opener. She's retaking 57.5 kilos. It will be a personal best.
Start. Press. Break.
No, no, has she just opened too heavy?
Sorry, Colleen, but you have another
Wow, well,
You have
I don't always worry about opening on personal bests in sub-junior competition,
Next lifter,
particularly because,
Finland.
as we said, the lifters can come on so quickly.
Allez, solide.
But
The bar is
it
ready.
can
Lifter
nonetheless be risky.
Palasari.
This is Palasari from
Finland.
Finland. 60 kilos on the bar for her. Most of the lifters just going for 2.5 kilo jumps.
To keep the silver medal in total.
Start. Press. Break.
That looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Johnny.
3 white lights.
Easy and very nice. And the last, second attempt.
You see the wider grip compared to the last lifter, shortening the range of motion, using the big muscles to get the bar moving. Now Bagadenova
The bar is ready, 20 now.
in the 52s.
To keep the gold medal in total.
Lying in first place at the moment. This big jump in this weight class, 5 kilos, and this will give her a new personal best if she gets it. PB currently 62.5.
Start. Press.
Oh, what a battle.
Yes, very
Well,
nice.
from what I saw, it looked good,
3 white lights.
and the referees like it too. 3 white lights. Oh, she gave everything she
Now
had to
starts
that
the
lift.
third attempt. The third and last attempt. Is it good?
And at the end of the second round, we have Galolina leading in the 43s,
Very solid.
Akopian leading in the 47s. Remember, the Ukrainian hasn't got a lift in yet, and we're straight into the third round. A reminder, at the end of the third round, we move straight on to flight two. Then after flight two, there'll be a 10-minute break, and we'll do it all again in deadlift.
Start. Press. Rec.
No, just too much.
Sorry.
She got the best she could today, and that's all you can ask for in a powerlifting competition. No, that was. And as Ralph and I have said, and if you're watching Ralph, I'm sure you are,
Next lifter,
greetings,
Great
and I
Britain.
hope your recovery is going
Louise
well.
Quinn.
As Ralph and I have often
Great
noted, in
Britain.
these very light female classes, 2.5 kilos is actually a very, very big jump. But this is Ritchie from Great Britain, her third and final attempt, 47.5 kilos on the bar. This to go 3 from 3 on bench press.
Start. Press. Come on, try. Rec.
No,
Sorry.
just too much.
And you stay on 5 kilo.
And again, she got the most she could get on the day, and that's all you can ask of yourself.
Russia.
Very solid.
Now, Galiolina from Russia in the 43s, gold medalist in bench press. This for 50 kilos.
Start. Press. Rec.
No, just too much.
Sorry. You win the gold medal in bench press.
Very
We
solid.
continue with the bar is loaded.
Now,
Sophia
Akopian from Russia
Akopian,
in the 47s.
50 kilo. Remember, in this category,
Just waiting for her to come
between
out.
Russia and Ukraine. All the athletes are very
Is she
important.
coming out, in fact? Yes, here she is. Yeah, she had a strange experience in the last one. She got timed out, and we weren't very sure here exactly what the reason for it was.
Start.
But everything looks better this time.
Rec.
Oh yes, that looks good.
Yes, easy, and it is go.
And 3 white lines.
3 1 line. 52.5 for Ireland.
Very solid.
The bar is
Now,
loaded.
Abby Houlihan. The 16-year-old representing Ireland. And essentially every good lift she makes today is another personal best. Can she get this extra 2.5?
Start. Press. Rec.
No, just too much.
Sorry, Donny.
And again, she got the most she could get on the day, and it's all you can ask for.
Next lifter from Russia.
Now,
Astrid
Bagadenova
Edwardson.
from Russia in the 52 kilo class.
Very solid.
As the third round in flight one reaches a conclusion. She opened with 52.5 She missed 55. She comes out looking to take 55 at the second time of asking.
Старт! Пресс! Пошла и пошла и пошла и пошла, держи! Рейк!
Oh, that looks better. But did the buttock stay down this time? Well, yes. She breathes a sigh of relief. She gets it 2-1.
The same bar for Colleen Giroux
Yes,
from
better.
France.
Definitely
The
better.
bar is ready. Come on, Colleen.
Now Giroux. A scream accompanies her entrance onto the platform.
Abdicate! Старт! Пресс! Рейк!
No, just too much.
Sorry, Colleen.
And she has to settle for her opener. She's 2 from 6 at the moment, but at least it's she got it first time, not third time, but she did on her
No
squat,
chef
and she is still in the
Konova for
competition.
the next group.
Now,
No
Mustafina
chef
from Ukraine.
next group.
Maris loaded!
The bar is ready
Well,
for
this is
Mustafina
the biggest lift
Valeria.
of the competition so far.
Mustafina Valeria,
She's
very,
got 2
very,
reds
very
against her
important
name. She's
attempt.
opened with a personal
So,
best of
Valeria,
57.5 kilos,
she lead
2.5
this
kilos
event.
more than she's done in competition before, and she has to get it this time to stay in the competition.
Большой вдох делай! Не встретить хорошо, не расслабляться! Старт!
Here she goes.
Пресс!
Oh, well, it went up this time. What do the referees say? 3 white lights, and she is overjoyed as she leaves it. She doesn't leave the platform, she skips and bounds
Winner from
off the
Finland,
platform.
65 kilos.
Now, Palasari, Finland, in the 52s. Only 16 years of age, remember, lying in second place in the bench press and adding 5 kilos to the bar. Her second one was comfortable, but was it 5 kilos comfortable? We'll soon find out.
Старт! Пресс! Рейк!
No, maybe it should have been 2.5. Just asking a little much. 5 kilo jump, second to third of this body weight. But she smiles, she's happy with what she's done. Now, Bagadenova from Russia, also in the 52s.
Bagadenova. 67.
Our second round attempt was a PB. This is to put another 2.5 kilos onto that with 67.5.
Старт! Пресс! Рейк!
No.
Sorry, Colleen.
Again, just a little bit too much, and we go back to this issue of, the minimum increment of 2.5 kilos, perhaps punishing the lighter women's body weight, particularly in the sub-juniors and the juniors. And that is the end of the Flight 1 bench press competition. Galolina takes the 43s, Mustafina takes the 57s, and Bagadenova takes the 52s with her second round attempt of 65 kilos. And we're into Flight 2 without a break. And first up is Januszek from Poland, 47.5 kilos on the bar for her. Oh, nice and easy. Similarly to her squats, she had 2 nice easy squats. She's here for the experience,
Colleen. Next lifter from
and you
Czechia.
learn things in one day of
Astrid
competition
Edwardson, 55
that you
kilos.
can't learn in a year of theory
55
in a
kilos.
gym. Now Svanova
Konova.
from Czechia.
Spanov.
Maris loaded!
The bar is ready.
Bench press PB 60 kilos. She's opening 5 kilos below that. Wearing the new SBD Phoenix kit.
Start! Press!
Again, a very close grip, like the French lifter in the previous flight. That's a good lift. 3 white lights.
Next lifter from Russia, 60 kilo. Marina Siova bar is ready. The bar
Now
is ready
Shvizova
for
from
Marina.
Russia in the 63 kilo class. Bench press PB is 70 and she's opening on 60. So um, dare I say this should be comfortable.
Start! Press! Rec!
Easy and good lift.
And that looked very comfortable indeed.
Thank you. And
Thankfully, the commentator's curse did not strike on this occasion. That was a good lift. Now, Anita Kolesnik from Ukraine
Bar is loaded!
the bar is ready
in
for
the 63
Anita
kilo class.
Kolesnik, Ukraine. 62.5 kilo.
62.5 kilos on the bar. Fascinating when you look at the overhead, how few lifters actually have a fully balanced stance.
Press! Rec!
Oh, that looks nice and easy.
Easy
And
and
3 white lights.
good lift. 3 white lights. 65 kilo from
Yeah,
Netherlands.
from the side, from behind, the stance looks balanced, but from overhead, it almost never does. Now, Esme Nieleman from the Netherlands equaled her PB on the squats,
for Netherlands. Come on,
and she's
Niederlande.
opening 5 kilos below
It's a first attempt.
in the bench press.
Oké, denk eraan hè. Spanning pakken. Activeer hem. Kom op.
Again, look at the flexibility. Now, if you flatten her feet, sink the buttocks, get the start command.
Start! Press! Rec!
And that looks good. 3 white lights.
Yes. 3 white lights. Good lift. Sophia for Russia. Maya Filimonova.
Bar is loaded!
The bar is ready, Maya.
Now, Filomonova,
90 kilo on the bar.
Maya Filomonova, 65 kilos on the bar.
Держи руки, напрягла. Start! Press! Rec!
Oh, it looks very straightforward. You would argue, as an opener should look in classic lifting. Why go to your limit on your opener when you've got 2 more lifts to go? Get one on the board. Louise Quinn from Ireland in the 57s,
Ireland,
18 years of age.
72 kilo 0.5.
And she comes onto the platform with a great big smile. 72.5 kilos on the bar. Oh, it looks good.
Yes, it's good.
Three white lights.
3 white lights. Next lifter, Russia, Veronica Pavlenko. Veronica Pavlenko, Russia, 80 kilos.
Veronica Pavlenko from Russia in the 57s.
One is ready, Veronica. Next lifter from Sweden.
She posted the best squat of the morning session with 152.5 kilos and is opening with an 80 kilo bench.
Start! Press! Rec!
Yes,
Three white lights, very
three white lights.
fast press command.
Next lifter from Sweden, Astrid Edwardson.
But remember, there doesn't have to be a long pause. The bar just has to be motionless. Now, Astrid Edwardson from Sweden, also 80 kilos on the bar. PB in squat. Having a good day.
Start! Press! Rec!
No, no, she just lost all her tension there. The bar never even made a move from her chest. Just watch this again.
And the
See if
last
anything went wrong.
for Finland, Costian.
So say all I can say is she just lost her tension. Costian from Finland,
Of powerlifting, very, very
85
strong
kilos on the
woman.
bar.
She won the gold medal in total. So she leads this lift.
Start! Press! Rec!
And that looks good.
Easy and quickly.
And
Three
yes,
white
the
lights.
three white lights.
Very nice, Joel. And now we start the second event, is powerlifting. Martina Janasek.
And at the end of that round, we can see there's only the one lifter,
Martina Janasek.
Edwardson from Sweden, that's failed to get a
One
lift
is
in.
ready, Martina.
Costian is leading the 63s,
Next lifter, Czechia.
Pavlenko leading the 57s. And we're into the second round, and with the Polish lifter is already on the bench, not wasting any time. Janaszek.
Start! Press!
Oh, that was good. That was a 7.5 kilo increase on her opener as well. And she gets three white
Three white
lights.
lights.
And within the
Next
context of
lifter,
her own
Czechia,
lifting, she's
Barbara
having a great day.
Spanova. 60 kilos.
Now,
Barbara is
Spanova,
ready.
Czechia.
Barbara.
This would equal her personal best. Again, if you remember from the first round, one of the lifters with a close grip really increases the range of motion.
Start! Press! Rec!
That's a good lift, and if you've got strong triceps
Good lift. Three white
relative to
lights.
your other muscle groups, maybe that's the way to go.
And then Russia, Martina Sirotova.
I think the beauty of this sport and sport in general is there isn't just one way to do it. And you've got to utilize your own biomechanical advantages. Now, this is Swizova from Russia in the 63 kilo class. She's gone up 5 kilos from her opening attempt. 65 kilos now on the bar.
Start! Press! Rec!
And that looked good.
Good day. Three white light, very nice.
3 white
I
lights.
continue with Nederland. Ici Dinimanda, Nederland. 67.5 kilo on the bar is running.
Now Nieleman from the Netherlands. 67.5 kilos, only 2.5 kilos short of her personal best, using very similar tactics to the squat, and those tactics took her to equal her personal best for their third attempt. And I would imagine that's what the Dutch team have in mind on the bench press as well.
Start! Press! Rec!
Yes, that looks good. If anything, that was better than the opener.
Good day, three white
Very
light,
confident
very
looking.
easy. Next lifter from Ukraine, Anita Kolesnik. The bar is
No
running on
problems with
start.
that whatsoever.
Second attempt big bench
Now
press.
Kaleshnik.
Next
Equaled her
lifter,
PB
Russia.
with her opener. This is to take it on another 5 kilos. And it'll move her from fourth to silver medal position in the bench press.
Жесткие руки сразу. Жесткие, жесткие. Держи корпус. Держи корпус. Жди. Старт! Вдох. Пресс! Жать! Жать! Жать!
Oh, that was a fight through the midpoint. Should be good. Well, she got a blue from the center referee. I imagine for downward movement. I didn't see it first time. Let's have a
Next
look.
lifter from Russia,
I
Maria
would say it
Filimonova.
stopped rather than went down, but it's a good lift, 2-1.
70 kilo on the
And we
bar.
move on to Maya Filimonova
Marina,
from Russia,
Marina.
17 years of age in the 63 kilo class.
Bar is ready now.
And this will be a new personal best for Filimonova. She opened 2.5 kilos below it. This would take her 2.5 kilos above it.
Next lifter, Iron.
Удобно, Майя. Держать руки напрягла. Старт! Пресс! Рек!
Oh, was ever a PB accomplished so easily? 3 white lights. Great lift for Filimonova. Just everything about that was right. Even the dismount. Now Louise Quinn from Ireland.
75 kilo. Bar is ready for Iron.
Bench press PB is 77.5. This a 2.5 kilo jump from her opener and takes her 2.5 kilos short of her personal best.
Start! Press! Rec!
No, not today.
Sorry.
And that's 3 red lights. She's got another attempt at it.
That's your wins.
But I did worry that the opener, although good, didn't show signs of a lot more being there. But she's in the game, and this is Astrid Edwardson from Sweden, and she is not yet in the game, retaking 80 kilos, the only one to miss her first round opener. If you remember, it didn't even move up the chest, the tension seemed to go. Can she put it right this time?
Press!
Oh, much better. Much, much better. Wait for the referee's lights. Yes, 3 white lights. And she is so delighted and relieved in equal measure, I would imagine.
Veronica Pavlenko. The bar is
And all the the Swedish spotters, of course, were giving her words of encouragement as she set up to the lift. Now Pavlenko from Russia in the 57s. The star of the show in the 57s so far, without a doubt.
And of
Now
course, going
85
for the bench
kilos
press.
on the bar for her second bench press.
Start! Press! Rec!
Oh, that looked good as well. Really strong at lockout. And
Yes,
3 white lights.
good lift, 3 white light, very nice. And
And if you
Sophia
notice, her
Akopian
wrist
from
wrap
Finland.
came undone
So bar is
during the
rolling,
lift,
90
which
kilo.
must have been a distraction.
Julie Costian.
So she did doubly well to make the lift with all that going on. Now Louise Costian from Finland in the
For the
63
bench.
kilo class in first place in the bench press and looking to add 5 kilos to the number.
Start! Press! Tule! Rec!
Oh no, unfortunately. That would have given her gold medal. She's still in gold medal
Julie from
position,
Finland.
but she's now at risk. And if she'd
Now
made that
Astrid
lift, I think the
Edwardson.
risk would have gone. Oh, she gave it everything she had. And I think if she'd locked it, she'd probably have got yellows. And at the end of the second round, Pavlenko leads the 57s
So are
by
we
a
ready?
country
The
mile,
bar is rolling.
12 and a half
Akopian.
kilos in this case. And Costian leads the 63s by 5 kilos. And we're back to Janacek,
Start!
57.5.
Press! Rec!
No, it looked like 55 was her limit in the second round, and so it proved.
Rolling no lift.
And that's 3 red lights for her third attempt. Same as the squat,
You win
2 good
the
lifts,
second
didn't
attempt
make
for
the
this
third.
55 kilo. And now, Czechia.
Now
So
Svanova
bar is
from
rolling,
Czechia,
Barbora Svanova, Czechia.
personal best attempt,
It is 2 kilo, point
just
1
outside the medals.
more and best, personal best.
But very new to the sport and getting invaluable experience.
Start! Press! Rec!
Well,
Yes, a big fight. And
that
the
is
gold
3
medal,
white lights. And the coach is delighted.
Marina Syozova.
Got a very quick press command.
Russia.
Now Swizova from Russia in the
67.5
63s.
kilo. The bar is rolling.
A reminder that at the end of this round,
Syozova.
10-minute
The bar
break
is rolling.
while the lifters prepare and the platform is
Next
set up
lifter,
for
Netherlands.
deadlift. Outside the medals and bench press, just looking to build a total.
Start! Press! Rec!
No, just too much.
Sorry, no. Next lifter, Netherlands.
She did nothing wrong. It was just the third round. She gave it a go, and there was too much weight in the bar.
The bar is
Now,
rolling.
Nieleman from the Netherlands. And as we thought, she's looking to equal her personal best with her third attempt, just as she did in the squats. And if she gets this, she'll be 6 for 6.
To keep the bronze medal in the bench press.
Great overhead view of the intensity And the lifters face as they face the challenge of the bench press. And she's fighting it, oh yes. And I think that was great weight selection as well. Finished on a PB. I don't honestly think there was another 2.5 kilos there. Good work by the coaching team. Now Kolesnik from Ukraine got a PB with her previous attempt. And this is for another PB. This is for 70 kilos.
Start. Press.
No, just not moving at all.
Dore,
And again, she got the most she could out of it. You know, when you fail 2.5 kilos above what you've done, you know you've done the most you can possibly have done on the day.
next lifter, Russia.
Now, Maya Filomonova,
My friend. Okay, okay.
The bar is ready.
in bronze medal position in bench press, going for another personal best.
Руки напрягла. Start. Press. Дави, дави. Break.
Oh, that was good. Very strong. 3 white lights.
Rotation, feeling of the light. So the jury decide for a new
Now,
attempt.
Louise Quinn from Ireland.
Predestin, sorry. Ukraine.
Bench press PB is
The bar is ready
77.5
for
kilos,
Ireland. Quick leg
but
sharp.
on her second attempt, when she tried 2.5 kilos
She loses the
less
final.
than that, it just didn't happen. Can she put it right this time?
Start. Press. Break.
Not today, sorry, Doris.
And that is a no lift.
But you have silver medal in bench press.
And we've just been told that the Ukrainian lifter
Next lifter
will
from
get
Sweden,
another
Astrid
attempt at the end of the
Edwardson.
round.
Nice on it.
The bar is ready.
Now, this is Edwardson from Sweden. A lot of local support, as you would
Gold medal in the bar,
expect.
bronze medal in the bar.
She got 80 at the second
All
attempt, now
attempts
going
are
for
very important.
82.5
So
kilos.
please,
Start. Press. Break.
No, just too much.
sorry.
And again, at the risk of repeating myself, another lifter who's got the most
Silver
that
medal.
she could possibly have got in the day. If you fail 2.5 kilos above what you've done the most you can do.
Veronica Pavlenko, last attempt in bench press. This is
Now,
70.
Pavlenko from
The bar is
Russia
ready.
in the 57s, having a great day so far.
80 years old.
Her first 2 bench presses have both been PBs.
Opening.
This will be for a third PB in a row and to push it up by 10 kilos compared to what it was
First lift.
before she started.
Replay.
Something not right.
Работай. Ложись, Вероник. Быстрее, 15 секунд.
Well, I think she didn't get the start command because the thumb loop was still on the wrist wrap and she's going to run out of time. The way she sets up, I don't think she's going to have time. But wait a minute. Yes, she gets this. No, it was just
Sorry,
too rushed.
Louise, but you
Too
win
rushed. It
the
was never
record
going to
in
happen,
the
unfortunately. But she's had a really good day
Untitled is
nonetheless
70
so
kilo
far.
with Finland now. Remember a big fight between Finland and
And
Sweden.
now Costian from
So
Finland.
this attempt is very important. The bar is loaded. The bar is loaded. She
In the
knows
lead
this
in the bench press in the
bar as a
63
second
kilo
attempt.
class.
Show. So
90 kilos on the
she
bar.
worked this lift. She did this lift.
Start! Press! Break!
No.
Sorry, Doris. But you win the gold medal in
And that's
deadlift.
red lights, I'm
Now the
afraid.
last attempt. The last attempt for Ukraine. 70 kilo on the
And
bar.
we have
70 kilo on the
one
bar for
more
Sweden.
lift. And this is
For Ukraine.
Anita Kolesnik from Ukraine.
Eyes on it!
The bar is loaded. Very important attempt for Ukraine. She wants a medal in the total. So she did this attempt.
This is the retaken lift.
Start! Press! Break!
No,
Sorry.
not to be.
Sorry, Doris.
Well, that ends the
Okay,
bench
now we
press
have 10-minute
competition.
break. 10-minute break.
And this
We
first
start
morning
with
of
deadlift.
what promises to be a fantastic
Mr.
competition. And just to summarize the
Houlihan.
results, in the 57 kilo class, Pavlenko takes the gold, Quinn the silver, and Neeleman the bronze. And in the 63 kilo class, it's gold to Costian, silver to Edwardson, and bronze to Filomenova. We'll take a 10-minute break while the lifters prepare and the platform is set up for deadlift. Please join us again then. Until then, it's bye for now. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome
Okay.
back to
Next
Vasterus
study, please.
in Sweden, just in the outskirts of Stockholm. And you're joining us as the deadlift session on day one of competition at these 2021 European Classic Powerlifting Championships. If you've been with us before, you will know. If you haven't, let me tell you that we have two flights of lifters lifting back to back. Flight one is, and they're all sub junior women. The whole of today is devoted to sub junior women. Flight one is the 43, 47, and 52 kilo classes, and flight two is the 57 and 63 kilo classes. We've got two lifters in each of the 47 and 43 kilo classes, and a really competitive 52 kilo class with six
The
lifters in
bar
it.
is
And
ready
those
for
are the ones we will see
Veronica
in the first
Pavlenko.
round of deadlifts.
Deadlift.
We'll have a break in sessions today between the first and the second session for the opening ceremony. The second session will commence at 1400 hours local time. We'll have the opening ceremony before that. The lifter have been told to leave the stage, that
Sasha 5.
the bar isn't quite loaded yet. We're not absolutely ready. And it's Galilina from Russia, 95 kilos on the bar. And she's looking
Okay,
very
now the bar is
smiley and
ready
very
for
relaxed.
Konova.
And she now gets called forward. And every lifter is in the
Participating ready
competition
for
happily.
2 kilo
So
free
every
fight
time someone makes a
between Russia and
deadlift,
Russia.
they make a total as well.
So all the attempts are very important.
And she's just
The first
pulled up
attempt is good
well over
for
twice her own
Sasha.
body weight, as if
Free
it
white
was
light.
absolutely nothing. Just to put that lift in context.
Second lifter, it's the same
Now
category
Galilina,
to take the goal position for the moment.
43 kilo
The
class
bar is
again, as you
ready.
can see. Her deadlift PB is
Russia, very
110.
important
She's
lift
opening
for
with a
right
very
now.
conservative 95 kilos. This, of course, gives her a total. She's got quite a big lead after the first two disciplines, and that would make her almost impossible to overhaul. So she's got
Yes,
her three white
free
lights,
white
and
light.
now she can move forward and try to put a bigger number on the board.
Next lifter from Finland, the bar is loaded. Palasari Erika, the bar is loaded.
This is Palasari from Finland, 95 kilos on the bar in the 52 kilo class. And it's a bit early to call medals in the 52 kilo class. There's six of them. I think we'll just let the
Next
first
lifter
two
from
rounds of
Russia,
deadlift
Akopian
unfold,
Sophia from Russia.
and then we can call the battles
The
as
bar
it
is ready.
reaches a conclusion. Now, Akopian of Russia in the 47 kilo class.
Uh, Sasha, time please. Thank you, Sasha. The bar is ready. 100 kilo for Akopian Sophia, Russia.
100 kilos. Well, we'll slip what I would call a three-phase
Yes,
deadlift,
good
but
lift,
it
free
gets
white
three
light.
white lights.
Next lifter,
It was
Russia,
almost like it wasn't
Anastasia
going to move off the
Velonova.
floor, and then it was a separate movement to lock it
120
out, but
kilos.
all is good. Uh, Belonagova from Russia is up next in the
The bar is
52s,
ready, Anastasia.
deadlift PB of 120 kilos. And that's what she's opening on. Yeah, she had to work at the top, but it should be good. And
Good
three
lift,
white
2 point
lights.
right. Next lifter, Russia, Polina Bagadenova.
And I guess that's what happens when you open on a PB
Right rolling.
equaling number.
Belarus
You have to
rolling.
work a little bit.
Russia
Now, Bagadenova, 120 kilos for her as
it is a
well.
big fight for the gold medal in total.
Oh, that's easy. Plenty
Easy
more there.
and good lift,
And
3
three
point
white
right.
lights.
Next lifter from France.
Great
Bar
hit.
is rolling for France, Colleen Giroux.
Now Giroux from France. Well, she's not at the best day. She's only 2 from 6,
Colleen Giroux
but
from
this gives
France.
her a total. Yes, indeed. Looks very comfortable.
Yes, 3 point right, good lift. Next lifter from Ukraine.
Now Mustafina from Ukraine
Valeria Mustafina.
in the
The bar is rolling
47s.
for Ukraine.
Big PB, 135 kilos.
If it is good lift, it is a big option for the gold medal in total. So, come on, Valeria.
И на себя. Стоп.
Yes, 3 white right.
And three white lights.
The side bar for Ireland. The bar is running for Houlihan.
Now Abby Houlihan,
Ireland.
127.5 kilos on the bar.
She needs this lift to be big.
Oh, easy.
Yes, easy and good lift, 3 white right.
Three white lights.
Next lifter, Great Britain. Lauren Ritchie from Great
Now
Britain.
Lauren Ritchie from Great Britain. Lauren's PB is 140 kilos. She's opening 10 kilos below that. And that looks good for Lauren. She looks for the lights and she sees 3 white ones.
And now we start with the second attempt. We start with 43 kilo category. Russia, Yana and Konova.
Now Anna Konova in the 43s. And we're starting off round 2. Didn't that first round just fly by? And the good news is every single lifter got a deadlift in, so everyone in flight 1 has made a total.
Sorry.
Well, I don't know quite what happened there.
And now 100 kilo for Russia. Marina.
And you can see the summary of the first round.
The bar is rolling. If it is good lift, it is a big option for the gold medal in total. It is 43 kilo category.
This is Gallerina. That looks good.
Yes, good lift, 3 white light.
3 white lights.
The bar is ready for Erika Palasari, Finland. Finland,
Now Palasari from Finland,
100 kilo.
100 kilos on the bar.
Down.
Yes, 3 white flags. Next lifter, Russia, Akopian Sophia. Akopian Sophia, Russia.
Look nice and comfortable. And we have the Russian warming up,
Bar is loaded.
Bar is ready.
preparing. Akopian, 105 kilos on the bar.
Down.
And again, same as before, top off the floor, very fast. And then separate movement almost from knockout. This time one of the referees didn't like it.
Russia,
Got a blue.
1 kilo.
That would have been for either downward movement or resting on the thighs. I suspect the latter. Perhaps it was just too long a delay between the lift and the lock. Now Bagadenova from Russia. Next out in the 52 kilo class.
Bar is loaded.
Personal best
Was
attempt.
the gold medal in total.
Down.
That looked good.
It is
3 white lights, and she strides off
white flag.
the platform purposefully,
And now,
making plans for what the next
170
lift
kilo
will
for
be.
Anastasia.
Bar is loaded.
Bar is ready, Anastasia.
Now Veronica from Russia
Same category.
in the 52s,
On the podium in total. And of course, for the podium in deadlift.
130 kilos. Well, she's locked it, but don't think she'll get it.
A big fight, but
Expect to see
sorry
blues.
for-
Yeah, 3 blues.
sorry, no lift.
Very strong, very brave, but not within the performance requirements of powerlifting, sadly.
Colleen Giroux, forward. The bar is loaded.
Now, Giroux, who really looks like a deadlifter from her first attempt. This will move her from 4th to 1st place in the 52s.
Allez, on va chercher, verrouillage. Down.
Oh boy, and there's more there.
It looks easy, and it is good, lovely.
And it's 3 white lights.
A very interesting fight.
And suddenly the lifter, who only got 1 squat and who only got 1 bench press, looks like a real threat in this competition. Now, Mustafina, Ukraine, in the 47s,
47 category. No success.
135 kilos on the bar.
But she won.
Насядь на нее.
By
Выталкивай
best
котелка
lift.
назад на себя. Тяни. Стоп.
Down.
Again, that looked good. Looked
Perfect.
strong.
Three white
Looks to be
flags.
more in the tank. 3 white lights.
Bar is loaded.
Bar is loaded for Abby Houlihan, Ireland.
Now, Abby Houlihan.
It is a fight
This
for
will
the
put her
gold
into
medal
the lead overall and in deadlift. It's a big jump, 7.5 kilos, but her opener looked comfortable.
Down.
Oh, that looked good again. It's 3 white lights for Houlihan.
The last attempt, the last
Oh, she had to work the
second
lockout, didn't she?
attempt in deadlift.
But she gets 3 white lights. She is in the lead.
Bar is loaded for Lauren Rekai.
And in the 52 kilo class now, Lauren Ritchie.
Everything. 100.
This to take the lead
77 kilo 1
in deadlift. outside the overall medals. This to go into gold medal position in deadlift in the 52 kilo class.
Down.
Oh yes, that looks good. Looks good. And she looks anxiously at the lights, but there's no need. It's 3 white lights. And Ritchie from Great Britain goes into gold medal position in deadlift. And at the end of the second round, sorry, um, Galulina leads the 43s with 100. Mustafina leads the 47s with 135. And Ritchie leads the 52s just ahead of Houlihan, who is leading overall. It is too close to call. And although Houlihan leads, she only leads on body weight.
She cannot win the gold medal.
Down.
Now, did she let that go too soon? No. If she did, she got away with it. It's 3 white lights as the third round gets underway. And we are going to have a battle in the 52s that is going to go right down to the last deadlift. Now, Galolina in the 43s is out next.
Nice on it.
The bar is rolling.
107.5 kilos on the bar.
Down.
And that looks good.
Yes, only
Increases her lead.
champion. Next lifter, Sophia Akopian.
Now, Akopian in the 47s.
Nice on it.
The bar is rolling.
She's in second place, and this lift won't change that.
Down.
And it's a good lift again. Again, the center referee didn't like the pause between pulling the bar up and locking it out. Other two referees quite happy with it, and it's a good lift. Now, Belonagova, the Russian in the 52s, coming out for her final attempt.
Nice on it.
Bar is running.
And the bar is loaded, and out she comes.
In total,
This to move, for the time being anyway, into bronze medal overall. So for a chance of the podium, she has to pull this. No. I think she put on the bar what she needed to have a chance of the podium, and it was just too much.
Bagadenova, Russia.
And when it's too heavy, the form just deserts. Now, Bagadenova,
For the first position
her final deadlift.
for the gold medal. In total,
Nice on it.
47, of course.
This moves her into the lead.
For the gold medal in total. We start with Polina.
We're talking overall here.
Down.
Oh, that looked good.
Yes, 3 white lights.
And it's 3 white lights.
Now Colleen Giroux, France. 137.5.
Now, Giroux from France,
Nice on it.
The bar is rolling.
her final lift of the day. This will put her into second position in deadlift in the 52s. just outside the medals overall.
Down!
Looks good.
Yes, slowly, clear, wide line. Next lifter for Ukraine,
And it's
Veronica
really
Pavlenko.
all coming down to a fantastic conclusion. The 52s, but first we go back to the 57, the 47, sorry. It's Mustafina from
She is
Ukraine, our
European
final
champion.
attempt.
Now Paul is ready. She won the
She
European
is the winner in the
sub-junior
47s,
record.
both in
Yes,
deadlift and in
yes,
total. Had a great competition.
Come on, Maria, come on.
Потерпи. Насядь на нее. Потерпи снизу.
Давай, 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 давай!
Oh, she's fighting it.
Down!
And she has locked it out. Now, what do the referees say? They like it. Yeah. Good lift 2-1. Although it was slow, it was never rested on the thighs. I thought she had a chance. Look, it was never on the thighs. And she just worked and worked and worked. The center referee called it not fully locked out. Side referees thought it
Next
was good.
lifter,
What a battle. Now, this is Abby
the bar is
Houlihan
ready.
from Ireland,
PB
16 years of
for
age,
the
competing for 2 years.
Konova.
This is to go into
It
the
is
lead in
attempt for the
deadlift
gold
and
medal
in
number
total.
this category, 52 kilo.
For a chance of a gold
Abby
medal, she
Houlihan.
has to pull this. It's going. Oh, it's just stuck. What a brave
Disqualified
attempt.
by story
But
by
that is a no lift for Houlihan.
you finish at the silver position at the European
I thought
champion
she had
this
it actually,
category.
really
It
came
is
off the floor
Russia.
well, but it got to the knees and then it just
Now
stopped moving.
the last attempt in this group.
Now, Lauren Ritchie, Great
Lauren
Britain.
Ritchie, Great Britain.
Deadlift PB
She has the
is
gold. The bar is ready.
140 kilos.
She has the gold medal in deadlift. Is
On the bar
personal
is
best in
142.5
140. This
kilos.
will have a
She
new
already is in
personal
gold
best
medal position in
in deadlift.
deadlift. This is for a new PB to go with the gold medal. Pulling conventionally.
Come on, let's go, come on! Keep pulling!
Oh, we have to wait for the referees. She pulled it up. What did the referees say? No. She got one white. She got two blues. If you just watch it again, it's the old
Now we stop
it's the old
the
question
group.
of did it rest on the thighs or did it just go up the thighs slowly? But 2-1, that is a no
57
lift. But
kilo
she still
category.
gets the gold medal.
Start race
And
clock.
just to summarize, the
Bar
gold
is ready.
medalist
Veronica
in
Pavlenko,
the
Poland.
43 kilo class is Galilina with 222.5.
80 kilo.
Not sure, we're just seeing a replay. Not sure quite where that's come from.
Yes, easy and clean wide line.
That was a replay of
Next lifter, Russia. Finish
Janacek's
Manova Maya.
second round attempt for some reason.
125.
And we'll hopefully get back to the scoreboard for you in a moment.
The bar is ready. Maya.
Oh, my apologies. We've moved on to the second flight. Yeah, that beat me to it. And we've got Filomonova in the 63 kilo class. Sorry, I was so focused on calling the first flight that the second flight was out before I knew what was happening. And that's a good lift for Filomonova.
2-1.
Only 2-1.
2-1
The referee on
2-1.
one side gave it a blue.
Next lifter,
You can see what the blue was for. There was just
Konova
that
Veronica.
slight movement
The
at the
bar
top,
is ready.
but she got it
From
2-1.
Czechia.
Now Svanova from Czechia, and 130 kilos on the bar for her. That looked nice and easy. And three white
Okay,
lights.
3 white line. The bar is ready for Valentina
Swizova,
Fyodorova,
also from Russia,
Russia.
as many of the lifters in this session are. Russia very strongly represented in the lighter sub-junior weights.
Fyodorova, Russia.
That looks good.
Yes, good
And it
lift,
seems the
3 white
Russian
line.
stream of talent
Next
is
lifter,
never ending.
Veronica Pavlenko, Russia.
They just produce one good junior and sub-junior
The
after
bar is
another
ready.
after another. And talking of that, we have one of the best
If
from
she
today,
wins this
Veronica
lift,
Pavlenko,
she take
also from
50
Russia,
for the
in the
gold medal in
57 kilo
total.
class, and she is running away with the 57s. 140 kilos on the bar for her opener. Yeah, that's good. Just that tiny little wobble at the top, but it should be fine, yes. 3 white lights, and she has been so impressive
We
today.
continue with 145 kilo for Ireland.
Now Louise Quinn from Ireland in the 57 kilo class as well.
The bar is ready. If she want to win the gold medal in total, she needs this lift with very easy lift. But why not?
And that looks good.
Yes.
3 white
3 white
lights.
line, good lift. Now Ukraine. The bar is loaded for Ukraine. Anita
And Anita Kaleshnik of Ukraine is up
Kozesny.
next. A lot of lifters choose not to wear knee sleeves in deadlifts because they just think it impedes the progress of the bar, but others, like Kaleshnik, use them and use them to
Kozesny,
very good
good lift,
effect.
3
That's
white
three
line.
white lights and a great lift.
Best lifter from Netherlands. The bar is ready. Netherlands. Ismi Diliman,
Now Esme Nieleman,
57.
Netherlands, 147.5 kilos on the
For the
bar.
gold medal in deadlift.
I've seen some great deadlifters from the Netherlands over the years. Can Esme become another one? Well, that's a good opener.
Yes,
3 white lights,
easy. Good
very
lift, 3
solid.
white line. Next lifter from Finland. The bar is loaded for Finland.
Now
Julie
Julie
Costian
Costian,
to take the gold medal
Finland,
position in total.
150 kilos on the bar.
15 years old. Finland. Come on.
Again, that looked very easy.
Yes, 3 white line.
Looked like something you would do backstage before you came out, just to
We
get properly
continue with
warmed up.
Sweden.
Great deadlift.
Remember the big fight between Finland, Ukraine, and Sweden.
Now Edwardson
So
from Sweden
very important first lift
in the
for
63s.
Astrid Edwardson.
Her final ever competition as a
The bar
sub-junior is
is
on home
loaded
soil.
for Astrid.
You can hear the shouts of encouragement
To take the silver medal
from the
in this
Swedes in the
tournament.
building. because they know she just needs this to make a total. And that looks good.
Big five, easy, and going big.
3 white lights.
And now we start with the second attempt with Polak. Martina Janazek.
And that's the end of the first round. And Neeleman leads the 57s with 147.5. And with the same weight, Edwardson leads the 63s. We'll take you through another round of deadlifts before we get into the intricacies of who's battling for the overall title. Now it's Janaszek. We almost missed her. My apologies to her. Almost missed her first attempt because we were analysing the scores from the previous flight. This is her second attempt, 87.5 kilos. Oh, she had to work. But that's a good lift. 3 white lights.
Next lifter, Russia, Marina Filimonova. The 63 kilo category.
Now, Filimonova
Bar is
in
ready.
the 63 kilo class. Just outside the medals, but picking up valuable experience. Oh, what a quick lockout that was.
Yes. Good lift.
Normally you see people decelerating, but she just accelerated all the way. Watch this. From the knees to lockout was so fast. I mean, I know sumo is supposed to be relatively harder to get moving, but relatively easy to finish. But that was just ridiculously good. Now, Svanova, Czechia. No, didn't seem to be much leg drive there.
Next lifter,
And
Russia.
she's got another attempt at it. No, there seemed to be very little leg drive and pulling with the upper body too early. But this is Marina Svizova from Russia
Bar is
in the
ready.
63s.
Marina.
Again, just outside the medals, but you know, who knows? She makes this, has a big third deadlift. You just don't know what it can take you. Battling it. Well, that's good, but I'm not sure how much more might be there for the next round. She gets 3 white lights.
3 white line, good lift. Next lifter, Pavlenko. Veronica, the bar is ready. The bar is ready for Russia.
Now Pavlenko.
Pavlenko, Veronica.
The star of the 57s, that's all I can say. This will move her into gold medal position in deadlift, already in gold medal position overall.
She has the gold medal position in total number one.
Давай, 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 давай! До конца, до конца, до конца, коленочки! Выпрямляйся!
Oh, what a battle. She is so strong. That was just pure strength. 3 white lights. Overjoyed once again. What fantastic lifting we've seen from Pavlenko today. Look at the fight. Just refusing to give up, inch at a time, and finally it gets to the top. And she has given everything. Now this is Quinn from Ireland. This is to move into the lead in deadlift. She's in silver medal overall. This lift won't change that. Oh wow, that was good. That was good. Quinn, she seems to be halfway through the deadlift, and then wow, suddenly it's finished. What? Look, it's gone.
The bar is ready from
Great
position
deadlifting,
wearing
and how much more is
resistance.
there? Now this is Kaleshnik.
It is to take the
This would
gold
put
medal
her to
position in the bar.
second position
She wants
in
to
deadlift on body weight,
vertical
slightly
twist.
heavier than Quinn.
Стой!
Oh, but that was easy as well. Oh, where is this going to finish? She just undid her belt and gave a look around us to say, I've got lots still to give. Wow. Now, this is Neeleman from the Netherlands. She was leading the deadlifts after round one.
The bar is ready. It is to keep the
She's been pushed down to second
totally
in the 57s, of course, and this is to
to
take
take
back
the
the
gold
lead.
medal in the team.
Overall, she's in third place. This lift won't change that, but this will put her back into gold medal position in deadlift. And she may well have the advantage of lifting last. Remember, you can make two changes in third round deadlifts. Oh, that's solid. That is solid.
Easy and good
3
lift,
white
3 white
lights.
light. And now it is a big fight for the gold medal in total in the 61 kilo category. We start with Finland. The bar is loaded, Finland.
Now Costian
Joli
from
Kasper.
Finland, 157.5 kilos, leading the 63s in total. This will put her in the lead in deadlift as well. Oh, what a battle.
Yes,
3
3 white
white
light
lights.
and gold medal position for the moment. And now
Sheer
Slovakia.
fight, sheer determination.
165 kilo.
What a great
The
display
bar
of
is ready
deadlifting
for
we've
the
seen. And it's
165
just
kilo.
the first session on the first day of 10. And already this is quite enthralling because this is Edwardson now in the 63s, and she is lifting to go into gold medal position in deadlift.
And the gold medal in the team.
And she gets it.
And yes,
3 white lights.
only 3 white light. A very exciting fight for the third left in this
I
category.
thought she'd locked the legs too soon,
Now
but
we come to
the
the
back
third
was
left
so strong
and last
it
left
was able to
ready.
finish the lift. And
We
just to
start
summarize
with
very quickly, I'm going to do totals now.
Finland.
Pavlenko is well clear in the 57s, and in the 63s, 382 is Costian, 380 is Edwardson, 370 is Koleshnik. It is too close to call. Big gaps in the 57s. I think
The bar is
um,
ready.
the overall places are
Martina Janacek.
um, already secured. So we'll focus on the deadlift battle in the 57s. But in the 63s, oh, youngster from Poland.
Sorry to reveal.
She's had some great experience today, but that bar
Second
would
from
just
Russia,
not move for her.
Konova Maya. 135 kilo.
Well, it wasn't for lack of trying, but
Sorry,
sometimes it feels like someone switched on
135.
an
This
electromagnet
first
and it
level
just won't come off the floor.
135.
Maya Filomenova, Russia,
So a big
in the
step
63s, her
and a
third
very big
and
step.
final attempt. Just outside the medals, this would move her from fifth to fourth in both deadlift and total, but remember lifters to follow.
Давай, давай!
And again,
Sorry, no release.
someone switched on that electromagnet. The bar was just not moving at all.
Next lifter from Russia,
Now, Pavlenko,
Pavlenko Veronica.
the champion, and what a worthy champion in the 57s.
152.5. The bar is ready. The bar is ready.
This is to move into silver medal position in the deadlift,
The gold medal in total.
with the title already won. No, just too much.
Sorry.
But she won't worry about that. She's had a great day.
Wait, but first of all, she is European champion in this category. Next lifter, it is a fight for the bronze medal in total.
No,
63 kilo category.
Squeezova.
Marina Svezova, Russia.
Again, this is to put her into bronze medal position
The bar is ready
in
for Marina.
deadlift and total in the 63 kilo class. Lifters to follow, but this, for a chance of the overall podium, has to go. No,
Too heavy.
no, just too much.
Sorry, no release.
She put enough on the bar so that she had a chance, but sometimes when you do that, it just proves to be too heavy. Now, Louise Quinn,
The bar is
18-year-old Irish lifter, been really impressed with her deadlifting. Oh, all her lifting, but her deadlifting in particular. Her rank overall in the 57s is second. She's not going to catch the leader, but this is to go into gold medal position in the 57s in deadlift.
The bar is ready. World Junior record.
And it's a world record attempt.
It's a total.
World sub-junior record for Louise Quinn, Ireland. Getting into the zone, focusing, ready to pull. No. Great attempt,
Sorry, no
but
release.
it just wasn't moving at all.
In total.
But she tried it,
And
and she
now,
tried it on one of the biggest stages of all, the European Championships. And this is Neeleman from the Netherlands.
188.
Well, this will be a world record attempt as well.
Netherlands. She has the bronze medal in total. She won the gold medal, the
158.5
champion
kilos.
medal in the deadlift, and she
She
won the world record.
has the deadlift gold medal in the 57s. She is third overall. Can she break the world sub-junior record?
World record.
Had a great day. Can she finish it in style? Here we go. Drive and fight. Oh, yes! Oh, that was easy! 3 white lights and a new world record for Neelemans.
World sub-junior record.
Oh, how easy was that for a world record?
And now it is a bit
Oh, you at least want them to make it look a little bit difficult. There is plenty more to come from this young lady. And we move to the 63 kilo class. And this is Costian,
who wins the gold medal
160 kilos. Leading overall, second in deadlift.
to take the gold
This
medal
will
from
not change that, except that it will further secure both positions.
Finland lifter Colleen Giroux.
A lift she really needs to make. Oh, and she does. I think that's good. What do the referees say? They say yes! 3 white lights! What fantastic lifting!
Now we continue
Look at
with
that battle!
Anita
All the way
Palasari.
from the floor, all the way to lockout. There wasn't one easy part of that lift,
It is
but she
for
fought her way through it all. And this is Kaleshnik. And this is to move into silver medal position
the
in
battle
both
is ready
deadlift
for
and
Anita
total.
for the silver medal
Кто
in
правее, не
total.
спеши, кто правее. Собралась. Посмотри. И вся снизу. Вся!
No, proved to be just too much. But sometimes in deadlift, you've just got to put what you need on the bar
We have
and
second.
see what
It
happens.
is Astrid Edwardson.
Now, Astrid Edwardson, Sweden, again in the 63 kilo class.
Are you here?
This will put her into the lead overall.
The bar is ready.
She's already ranked first in deadlift. This is to move from second to first position in the battle to be European Sub-Junior Champion. And she is on home soil. And listen to the encouragement she's getting. Oh no, no. Brave attempt.
Sorry.
Gave everything she could,
Win the title.
but it was not to be. Got it moving, got it to the knees, which, as we've said before, often in sumo deadlift, that's the hard part. Well, what a fantastic competition we've had. Let's summarize for you quickly. The quite superb champion in the 57s is Pavlenko, 385 kilos. The winner of the 63s is Costian from Finland, also 385 kilos, 5 kilos ahead of Edwardson,
We need
with
all the
Kolesnik
physical together for
another
the
10
very
kilos
special
behind that. But just to put this in
all
context,
together as a
Pavlenko, the
regular
winner
for
of the
the
57s,
55.
had the same
5
total as Costian, the winner of the 63s. And that was a really great battle in the 63s. It was a great fight. It was well won by Costian. But to think that the winner of the 57s managed to total just as much is quite stupendous. I wish I had a co-commentator for this session. I will have for many of the others. We could chat for the next few minutes about what great battles we've had. All I will say was, if that was the first session of the day, it set a great tempo for the rest of the championships. The medal ceremony will be coming up next. Please stay with us for that. The next coverage from here in the commentary booth will be the second session today, which will be the remaining sub-junior ladies. First flight will be 69.76s. Second flight will be under and over 84s, and that will start at 1400 hours local time. But until then, from the commentary booth, I will wish you bye for now.
big applause for this woman lifter in 43, 47, 52, 57 and 63 kilo category. That was good. Good. Okay? Okay, thank you. 9. Now, I will introduce the official of this victory ceremony. We need the big director. Annette, please. Come on, Annette. Wait. It's the first victory ceremony, so always it's not really the first time, you know. Okay? So I will introduce the official for this victory ceremony. We have Arnold Vostrov, IPF President, and Astrid Edwardson. Is EC member of IPF Powerlifting Federation. So, no participation medal? No participation medal, okay. So, Sasha, we can start, please. We start with 43 kilo category. So, two lifter, and the silver medal, Karmelina Ralina, Russia. Silver medal. And the gold medal, Konova, Diana from Russia. Thank you. And now in bench press. Silver medal, Konova, Diana, Russia, 40 kilo. Silver medal in bench press. And the gold medal in bench press, Karmelina Ralina from Russia, 47.5 kilo. Thank you. And now in deadlift, silver medal, Konova Diana from Russia, 92 kilo. And the gold medal, Karmelina Ralina from Russia, 107 kilo. Thank you. And now the medal for total. The silver medal, Konova Diana from Russia, 210 kilo. And the European champion for this European Championships 2021 is Karmelina Ralina, Russia, 222 kilo for fun. And now everybody national anthem for Russia. Everybody stand up, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now we continue with the 47 kilo category, squat. Silver medal, Ukraine, Mustafina Valeria, 82.5 kg. And the gold medal in squat with the same weight, Akopian Sophia, Russia. Thank you. And now in bench press, silver medal, Akopian Sophia, Russia. 50 kg. And the gold medal, Mustafina Valeria, Ukraine, 57 kg. Thank you. And now in deadlift, silver medal, Akopian Sophia, Russia, 110 kg. And the gold medal, Mustafina Valeria, Ukraine, 140 kg. Thank you. And now in total, silver medal, Akopian Sophia, Russia, 242 kg. And the European champion for this European Championships 2021 is Mustafina Valeria, Ukraine, 280 kg. Thank you. And now everybody stand up for national anthem for Ukraine. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now we continue with medal, Bagadenova, Polina, Russia. Silver medal, Veronica Anastasia, Russia. And the silver medal in squat with 112 kilo 5, Houlihan Ami from Ireland. Thank you. Now in bench press, bronze medal, Bagadenova Anastasia, Russia. Silver medal, Palasari, Erika, Finland. And the gold medal in bench press is Bagadenova, Polina, Russia, 65 kilos. Thank you. And now in deadlift, bronze medal, Houlihan Ami, Ireland. The silver medal, Colleen Giroux from France. And the gold medal with the same weight, Ritchie from Great Britain. Gold medal in deadlift. Thank you. Now in total, bronze medal, Colleen from France. For the first international championship for this lifter, good place. The second place, Houlihan Ami from Ireland. And the European champion for this European Championship 2021 is Bagadenova, Polina, Russia. 305 kilos. Now please everybody stand up for national anthem from Russia. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now we continue with 57 kilo category. Bronze medal in squat. Swadova Barbara from Czechia. The silver medal in squat. Queen Leisha from Ireland. The gold medal in squat is for Pavlenko, Veronica, Russia. Pavlenko. Diliman Isfi. The silver medal from Ireland, Queen Leisha. And the gold medal with 85 kilos, Veronica Pavlenko, Russia. Thank you. Now deadlift, bronze medal from Russia, Pavlenko Veronica. Silver medal, Ireland, Queen Leisha. And the gold medal in deadlift with a new world record from Netherlands, Diliman Isfi. Thank you. And now in total, the bronze medal for Netherlands, Diliman Isfi. Bronze medal in total. The silver medal from Ireland, Queen Leisha. Silver medal in total. And the European champion in 57 kilo category in this European Championship 2021, Pavlenko Veronica, Russia. Please stand up for national anthem from Russia. Thank you. And now we continue with the last victory ceremony for this morning. 63 kilo category. Bronze medal in squat. Filimonova Maria, Russia. Silver medal. Zyosova Marina, Russia. Gold medal with 150 kilo, Kolesnik Anita, Ukraine. Thank you. Now in bench press, bronze medal, Filimonova Maria, Russia. Silver medal, Edwardson Astrid from Sweden. And the gold medal for Finland, Costian, July, 85 kilo. Gold medal in bench press. medal, Konecki Anita, Ukraine. Silver medal, Costian, Finland. The gold medal for Sweden, Edwardson, Astrid, 165 kilo, gold medal for Sweden. Thank you. And now in total, bronze medal for Ukraine, Kollecki Anita. The silver medal, Edwardson Astrid from Sweden. And the European champion is this European Championship 2021 in 63 kilo category, Costian from Finland. Okay, now please stand up for national anthem from Finland. Thank you. Thank you very much. TC, please. TC. Please. Music, please. Music, please. No music. Okay, we speak applause for this woman in the sub-junior 43, 47, 52, 57, 63 kilo category. Thank you very much. You have made a very, very good job, so thank you.